Introducing the all-new Corolla.
Atkins Kroll presented 2 GPD patrol cars repaired and ready to be on the streets. Atkins Kroll donated the cost of the repairs at a value of over $150,000. Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio said with the repairs made, the police department is now more equipped to better serve the community. President of Atkins Kroll, Desmond Graham, said he is proud to have contributed and looks forward to giving more support to GPD.
We actually sat down and talked to my office about the idea of renovating or improving mechanically these vehicles so that the police officers and the Cape volunteers and the civilian volunteer police reserves who use them would be able to ride around with the comfort in knowing that this vehicle is not going to give out them on the road because they've got a lot of years of service.
I think we concentrated on the safety issues, but also about giving these cars a longer life to serve the community. Probably at least three years more life in these cars now than they would have had before. Mm-hmm. I think they're in pretty good shape, good quality Chevrolet cars. And hopefully, we'll be here and we look forward to supporting you guys.
Chief of Police Fred Bordallo said the 2 cars, along with the 8 new Ford Interceptors GPD received on Monday, will be used for neighborhood patrol services and Guam Highway Patrol. He said about 50 cars are needed to be sufficient for the department, and so far they only have about 30. Although GPD is expecting another batch of cars and motorcycles to add to the fleet in the coming months, Chief Bordallo said additional funds will be needed for maintenance.
The different 4 precincts, and these vehicles run 24/7. We can have a total of 50 police vehicles, right, for our police operations. That's sufficient enough. But at the same time, one of the things we need to always have is additional funding for the maintenance portion of these vehicles, because although some of them have a warranty, some of them that don't have warranty still are in need of repair. And, for them running this 24/7 cycle to be mobile out there in the community.
In addressing the shortage of police officers, Senator Brant McCready introduced a bill yesterday that would hire 20 officers per year in the next 5 years. Senator McCready said the legislature appropriated $850,000 this past budget cycle to fund the recruitment. And in the end of 6 years, there would be a total of 440 officers.
We have a cycle, and I'm sure the chief will agree, we have a cycle coming out this year that has about 30 recruits. So I would like to do one every year for the next 5 years after. So it would be consistent of this year, it would be a 6-year program. And by the end of that 6 years, we're looking at almost 430, 440 officers. The magic number for myself, and I think the chief would attest to this, is we're looking at about 450 officers to be able to sustain a police force that's not overworked, underpaid, and outmanned when it comes to crime.
With about 800 applicants, the Lieutenant Governor also has a plan to make hiring of police officers more efficient. Assistant to the Lieutenant Governor, Sheena Black, said they want to work with the Department of Administration and Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission to establish a core criteria for basic training. This creates additional requirements such as passing an English test to be qualified.
If an individual is applying for the police department, they have the same basic training and certification needed as a youth service worker or a correction officer. And our hope is to streamline those processes and see where we can improve them.
Chief Bordallo says with the added fleet and additional officers, GPD will be better equipped in keeping the community safe. Rosal Romanes, PNC News.